on a Sunday morning. This is the one y'all was waiting for. I'm not waiting, I'm just making more. Plot it out, took the time, executed, good design, a finish line. Type of work, it's not done, just out of time. I'm feeling fine, long road, strong no, this a grind, this a climb. For some of us, in and out, double dutch, unpacking what they done to us. Technology numbing us, think about it, seen it coming up. Records broken, numbers running up. Competition having fun or what? 30 years coming up, haven't done enough. Prize dangle right in front of us. Better lies right up under us. How they rush the capital and run them up. Yeah, trying to raise capital for the month.
What's good, y'all? No Ordinary Podcast. Songs on the Sunday morning. If you don't know, now you know. I appreciate y'all being here. Hope everything goes smooth. It's the first official Sonar Sunday Songs on the Sunday morning podcast. So we're going to get some kinks worked out. We're going to see where this thing go, but I'm excited. Ready to get it going. Premise of the podcast is based off of a similar cast that's done by shout out to Killer Strider, Kamikaze, my boy doing this thing over there on the Sonar Muse platform. Every Thursdays at 2 p.m. he actually does a cast where he interviews Sonar Muse artists and then also plays a lot of their music. I got a chance to interview with them a couple months ago, and afterwards I reached out and I was like, yo, I want to do something similar. It's a way to give back to the community, a way to give back to him, make sure I'm shouting him out. And yeah, so I'm loving the platform. I'm an advocate. I want to do anything I can to help build that community. So this is my little contribution. Sonar Sundays, songs on a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We're going to be here. We're going to keep it rolling. You'll see some other things on the cast as far as interviews with artists, interviews with some background people, executives, managers, people that shake and move in the industry, just to give a background glimpse of what kind of goes on, what I'm into, and bring people into my world a little bit. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all being here. We ain't gonna get into too much. We're gonna kind of let this thing play out and be testing some stuff, see what people respond to well, see what works, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, main thing we are doing, definitely, like I said, is we're gonna be shouting out the Sonar Muse platform. If you're not familiar, it is a platform based on the XRPL ledger. They are actually been around a little bit. I know I've been on the platform for about six months now. I love it. It's a place I can put my music. It's Web3 based. It does have NFT abilities. It has microstreaming abilities. It has video abilities. It has most capabilities that most DSPs now have, and it's for a very, very low cost. It is crypto based, so if you're not familiar with crypto, then that's something that you would have to get familiar with. But it's worth it to have control of your art and your work, and the ability to kind of release and be able to do some creative things actually that some DSPs can't do yet. So obviously, that being the basis of the show, going to be something that we'll definitely get into quite a bit. This is what the platform looks like. The interface is dope. It's smooth. It's easy to work with. It is in development, so if you were looking to kind of look into it or branch into it, then you would have to contact one of the devs and get onboarded. But I can't wait till it launches because the capabilities are endless. Like I said, there's quite a few artists already on it and moving, so the ecosystem is getting built out. We'll go through a lot of these different abilities that we have on the platform. We won't do them all today. We'll kind of roll that out as we go. But yeah, excited to kind of share this with you guys. So what we'll be doing is highlighting some artists every week. I'll be making a playlist similar to what Kamikaze's Wake and Bake Vibes does. I've been on the platform looking at artists, man. There's some dope people on here. Love what I'm seeing, a lot of creativity. But so I'll build a playlist every week. I already have one currently. We'll keep them updated. And yeah, that's where we're playing the music from. So we'll get right into it. We'll start playing some of these tracks. These are hand selected by myself. I know Wake and Bake does a little collaborative thing. We might get into something like that later, but for now, I'll just be kind of picking the tracks and we'll be going through them. So shout out to all the artists on here. Like I said, we're just here to kind of spread some love, show some love to all the artists, get some plays on the platform for everyone that's involved. And yeah, tune in because this will be another place where we streaming live from the Sonar Muse platform every week. So salute to Killer Strider. Definitely be playing a couple of his tracks. You'll hear them sprinkled out throughout here quite a bit. He's one of my favorite artists. Shout out to Limi. Shout out to all the artists on here, man. A lot of dope people. So I'm excited to share this music with y'all and hopefully y'all can find some stuff y'all like. So let's get into it, man.
Good for me, good for you, good for them, good for us. Being comfortable's not enough, gotta keep it going up. Good for me, good for us, thank me later. We always in the cut. Good news, people snooze, why can't they be more attentive? They brush it off like lint on denim. Can't really be offended, I've already ascended. I ain't above none of y'all, I just see life differently. The world needs love, I feel so much sympathy. Face the music like a symphony, less talking, more listening. Watch my aura glow, see it glistening. Focus on yourself and not what's happening around you, cause it's bullshit we've been fed. Look how quick bullshit spreads. Try to think with your head and look ahead. You ain't using your brain, you're just a walking dead. And that's the difference between me and them. Homie, we ain't them. You say you're a goat, well I'm an average man. That means you're sacrificial. Your music fake, you're artificial. Your art ain't official. No substance, you're superficial. Hit me up when it's beneficial. Nah homie, I prefer my own company and being on my lonely. That's just how it is. Me and my money chilling at the crib. Life is a test, unexpected quiz. Flow on faucet, watch it drip. Keep an eye on the prize. I'll never slip with any slight inconvenience. You jump ship whilst I take control of the cockpit. Cause I got the ball, I'll never drop it. Work my ass off, I'm overclocking. You're always with hoes like stockings. Good for you, homie, but that's not it. Good for me, homie, cause I got this. Good for me, good for you, good for them, good for us. Being comfortable's not enough, gotta keep it going up. Good for me, good for us, thank me later. We always in the cut. Good for me, good for you, good for them, good for us. Being comfortable's not enough, gotta keep it going up. Good for me, good for us, thank me later. We always in the cut. Negative to positive is Swiss gear. The audio Marciano, the richer gear. I think it's the year. I just froze my tears, stuck my flow in the fountain of youth, and I just dipped my toe in the water. Accompanied by somebody's daughter. My shit is like a reporter. All the shit that we smoking and all the shit that they snorted. You told me she the one and she told me mission aborted. It's in my face, I gotta ignore it. I'm trying to score, but post game I feel like it's more. I'm more a fan of this couple watching it get pulled up. You the hardest in your circle, but only your circle notice. Forgotten why you recorded ego bigger than orbits. Ball and chain, my mind insane and my rhymes the same. I guess I got impeccable aim. Learn with the range, I need my space. Book all the time just for the face. I'm better than my favorite at the age when that shit mattered to me most. So I toasted a memory of me and what they meant to a nigga. I'm trying to paint a picture of me. Satisfaction with reality, I done found me the key. Yeah, I'm up a sturdy cloth, cutting, tugged to stretching frustration. I'm in a dirty spot, I only knew a dirty cops. And every night I hit the store, they think we selling rocks. And I said somehow, some way, this shit gon' be alright. Even with me in the eyes at odds, I'm calmly eyeballing. You could swim to my island and have a Spalding on it. Good for me, good for you, good for them, good for us. Being comfortable's not enough, gotta keep it going up. Good for me, good for us, thank me later. We always in the cut. Good for me, good for you, good for them, good for us. Being comfortable's not enough, gotta keep it going up. Good for me, good for us, thank me later. We always in the cut.
Oh man, here we go again. Killing shit with a pad and pen. They act like they know kamikaze, but they knew him way back then. They act like they cool with me, but homie, I cannot pretend. I keep shit 100. You divide that shit by 10, yeah. Oh my, tangent, cosine. I can tell what your angle is, but I ain't gotta try. They do a swift 180. Who is the best? All of these people debating. Fuck the list is all I gotta say to them. I ain't keeping score, but we're in the lead by landslide, so they need some skis. New doors open for me, and I just proceed. I see false idols everywhere. All they do is mislead. Girl came to succeed, so she dropped to her knees. Then she got spunk. Kamikaze got the funk. I get the whole pie whilst they be fighting for a chunk. I was shimmy shaking to the bank. Now I became my own bank. High level to shit like I'm smoking a bag while she choke. You're a joke, I guess you're a gag. Me, myself, and I be with the whole gang. I ain't a slave, can't let my chain hang. No suicide boys, so we don't hang. But some buzz like my phone just rang.
Young nigga rockin' the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Young nigga rockin' the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Kill the proceeding with leech and things ran its course. Kindness for blind and timing was perfect, cause niggas is lurking. Scheming the treatment, both to me wasn't pleasant for certain. Shows over close to curtains, gin roll, let me burn it. Usher Raymond sticking your dick in that bitch, you thought she was famous. Lame as terms, you caught the worm, catch me on ocean of skating. Rat race, but I'm pacing. Peru fucking with the translations. In the age before Air Rudolph, and one mixtape Grey Poupon, Carter one. My girl remind you of Solange, over your head what she says go beyond. Her roots very African, boxy boy, pussy go long, killed the challenge, so gone. Old school, bitch on the bond, you from the A if you still saying crumb. Young nigga rockin' the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Young nigga rockin' the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Fabrics on Nautica, Cartier with the optical, sophisticated Southside, ratchet philosophical. T.O. sounds I be bobbing to. Haters everywhere we go. School Bobby Ray told you I been in the A. It wasn't predominantly gay. I blame that shit on the CDC yet again. You watch Trump and The Apprentice. Turn the field for the fences. No PDs. Probably smoking weed. Been in the major leagues. We be burning, not concerned with what nobody gonna say. On their garden to New York. I've been residing in the A. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Folks turn they back every day. Recognize it. Folks come in disguises again. We be murdering, not concerned with what nobody gonna say. Garden to New York, been residing in the A. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Folks turn they back every day. Recognize it. Folks come in disguises. Young nigga rocking the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Young nigga rocking the starter, scraping no change for the martyr. Rather a phone, chop on sawing than a set up for a charger. I stay on deck with the ganja, mix up with ratchet and proper. Very important, I'ma keep scoring in the A way before Zaza. Yeah. Wow. What else? Boom, shakalaka, boom. Boom, shakalaka, boom.
Hey man, shout out to that boy Lemmy, man. That's a banger right there. You know what I mean? Killer Strider on the first 2 tracks. We out here, y'all see what it is. We catching vibes, man. We catching vibes. No Ordinary Podcast. Appreciate y'all being here. Um, so yeah, I mean that's how we coming. It's some hard stuff going on. Y'all gonna recognize what we got going on over here. The playlist only gets better. But wanted to jump in and just basically kind of talk a little bit more about the platform itself. Um, I mean, a big part of this, I definitely want to be able to kind of share with people what's going on, what they've built. Um, this is the playlist that I set up. Uh, so as you can see, playlisting is a thing, which is very, very, very big in the industry right now. If you don't know, you know, as the devaluation or the commoditization of music continues to happen, um, you're starting to see a push towards not necessarily promoting a song, but maybe promoting a playlist with the song on it. And I think obviously, if you look at it in business terms, this is maybe a way to kind of give a value add to where it's like you're not pushing one song towards somebody, you're almost pushing environment or a vibe to someone, a moment, a setting, a mood to someone, uh, which has a little bit more value than one song. So I do understand it, but at the same time, it's one of those things where if we're not careful, the continual devaluation of the art is going to make it harder for us to make money. Um, I mean, I've never been one that's totally for um, art as money. So there is maybe a chance that the valuation of the art is actually a good thing. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. If you really want to get into some of my more crazy theories, but as it's going right now, it's getting harder and harder to make money in the industry. But definitely building that environment, building that world for your audience is definitely one thing that's important right now. Getting in front of them, the transparency, the vulnerability, letting them see who you are is definitely something that's being pushed. And then adding value. So it's not just selling a song to someone, but it's selling yourself, selling the value that you can create. And like I said, that aesthetic, that environment, that mood that you're selling them, which is kind of becoming more important than the music as a product itself. A lot of people are frustrated that a lot of the top entertainers right now are more entertainers, or a lot of the top quote unquote artists right now are more entertainers than artists. And I just think that's a little bit natural, and that artists definitely have to be um, not confused with the status game and with the popularity contact content, because that's only going to take away from the art in general. And you start creating things that aren't necessarily true and are created for art's sake versus something that's created to create wealth or create money. And you just have to be always wary as an artist where you're putting your energy. I think that's important. So, but yeah, this is the platform. As you can see, there are several ways that you can upload and distribute your music. You could do it as a regular song. You can release albums, but those are normal DSP functions. As you kind of keep going down, you start to see some of the Web3 type functions come in, right? You have your NFT token collections. If you're not familiar with NFTs, non-fungible tokens, this was the first way that was created to be able to tokenize uh, any of your art, images, audio. I mean, people have found thousands, almost millions of different use cases for NFTs at this point. But it's a non fungible token, so it's basically an immutable smart contract, and that smart contract can be used and deployed in a lot of different ways uh, that can be useful for both the consumer and the person that the seller that is offering the product. So if you're not familiar with NFTs, they're not just JPEGs of animals. Um, they don't they don't they can lack intrinsic value, but the functionality itself gives it an intrinsic value, I believe, for most things. Once again, you can't always expect that value to be, very high, but it does give it a boost in value naturally. If you think about it, the first type of way I try to explain it to people is the first use case for NFTs that you could probably see roll out will probably be receipts. So you'll notice that a lot of people are bundling digital products with physical products now. So that digital product is usually an NFT. Um, but I think what you'll start seeing mainstream wise is you'll start seeing retailers use their receipts, which they already offer you the option. Do you want to receive it by email? Do you want to receive it via text? Or do you want to receive it via paper? You already have that prompt at every store that you visit. And at some point, that digital version of that receipt will simply be a smart contract. And the reason why they'll create a smart contract is because you can add in further functionality to that receipt after that purchase is made. So after someone does purchase that receipt, it creates a smart contract on the blockchain. And now that purchaser can say, anyone who has this receipt for buying this particular thing is now available for a 10% discount the next time they come back. So a lot of times you'll see in marketing funnel systems. So if you're not aware of what a funnel system is, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. But in funnel systems, basically you see value adds distributed slowly throughout a system and a chain and a journey as people go through the journey. So you'll see emails come out after you buy something. That store will send you an email with a discount to it. They're getting you into a funnel system, and they're going to continue to market you through that funnel system to entice you to buy with deals. So inherently, NFTs, if you use as a receipt, would have that functionality, could have that functionality built in already. So that's why I say any NFT almost has an intrinsic value just because of the functionality, the use that you'll be able to use it for. It gives it an intrinsic value more than that of just a piece of paper or just an email that's sitting in your inbox, or a text message sitting in your unread text messages. So NFTs are useful. They do have utility. Don't buy into the hype that they're just JPEGs and there's no use. What you're seeing them used for now is not the end all be all. There are many use cases that are working behind the scenes with NFTs that are very forward thinking, and I think people will be shocked and surprised. They won't know they're NFTs when they're working in the background. No one's going to call these things NFTs. They'll call it a receipt still, but it will have the technology of an NFT working in the background, and the end user will have no idea that it's even an NFT. So just another one of the functions that Web3 offers that traditional DSPs are not offering. So the NFT tokens are the first and simplest way to kind of onboard into that blockchain life. You can mint NFT versions into kind of a collection, and then let people buy and have a piece of that collection and part of that NFT, part of that art, as an exclusive holder of that, which, like I said, can further down the line incentivize people through different ways of marketing, just for having that NFT. So the next thing that they also have is music regium shares, which is another way of tokenizing music that I think is going to become even more popular. This is really where they're going to Sonar Muse is really going to kind of, I feel like, separate itself from what I see in most places going on right now. And I think that if they kind of lean into this, that could be very, very lucrative. Before I get into that, I'm gonna get back into our playlist. Uh, let's let's get back into the playlist. Let's play a couple more tunes, and then we'll do a little bit more going through this page. before we wrap it up. So I appreciate y'all again. Keep writing me, and enjoy the music.
In a world where they say men wear the pants, we all know it's the women who run the finance. Crypto money may be new because it's based on technology and what it can do. Us women excel in tech too. Thought you knew.
Hidden figures, no Taraji. The blockchain got governed bodies. A women all over the globe cooking crypto, not over the stove. Kwame Brown said mama's cooking. A lot of mamas is Queen Shebas. It's women in crypto that sing like ISO 220s who live in they life though. Buying the dip is cheaper than Geico. Watch for lizards and snakes, reptilians. Processing the fraud, those are amphibians. Women in crypto, don't be an idiot. Icebox like too cold. Young boss, no Hugo. XRPL Wizards, paving that yellow brick road. I'm making it big with Becky. She always showing her gratitude. Activate your tip bot. You give them, it's gonna come back to you. On the ocean like longitude, latitude. Mess with them and you gonna get attitudes. XRP Jenna. All my crypto women is winners. In the universe with writer's block, but I don't write though. That was a typo. I just seen the NFC. I really like though. My juices is flowing again. Hear that boy going, you know that it's him. Cut to our cookout, you know you need friends. Women in crypto, it's not a trend. Women in crypto, you know that it's them.
Technology and money combined is like a beautiful woman with a glass of red wine. These crypto streets ain't for the weak. Ladies with cold and hot wallets should be the conversation topics. We setting the trend of the next thing popping.
Jamie, Faith Art, XR paid out in St. Bart's. Beat Boot, XR Purd, what's the word? Moon Chaser 2020, all them coins, girl, they gon' envy. B12 imposters clearly, shout out to Crypto Erie. X-Smokey Donuts and X-Bot got a wicked collabo. T from Smeckles, them out like Keckles. Victoria for XR Doge, whoa. Help me get my first clothes on the blockchain, that's for sure. Sherry U-Car, let's go get drinks at the U-Bar. I use my XRP, it's fast, I don't do that Bitcoin Cash. Mel P 2222, you got a girl with crypto, that's a money move. Willow P, NFT, Erie Princess, Miss Crypto Team. Whoa. A Miss Team Crypto. Whoa. XRP Queen, they goddesses from the get-go. Whoa. You can try to holler at them, it's lit, bro. Whoa. I'm talking about women in crypto.
We come from all over the world, repping our favorite blockchains. We making money with strangers, turned into friends over the internet. Forget the parties in the club. We want to meet up in a space call, talking about cryptos and NFTs though.
Just do it for the bags. Every time you wanted to spend it, I said no. Crypto low, just do it for the bags. You gon' be mad when it's poppin', you ain't get it when it was dropping, and we told you so. Just do it for the bag. Detox in us, you can get your health in order. Help us fight this whole world order. Cause in the scriptures it says you keep and do it greater. If you believe in him, the return of the Christ consciousness, and we getting higher now. Them planetary bodies shifting our energies up higher. So it's fake news and a bunch of liars that don't want you on that righteous path. The return of the messiahs, they can divide us. Phoenix through the fire, holding tight through the wire, got burning desires. So we turning the fly up, you see that Batman on the flyers. Just do it for the bags. And every time you wanted to spend it, I said no, crypto low. Hey, just do it for the bags. Pushing warrior, but we a bunch of strong warriors. Manifest our glory. They told us his story, but we put that out of it. We taking back some of this inventory. This is story, taking shots like Rombo Ori. It's all or nothing. These bags we stuffing, deep state they bluffing. We know we pumping, no you didn't want us with it. Know it's something, them hidden hands. Don't listen to no puppets, I just do it for the bags. Keep buying until we pumping, erupting. Just do it for the bags. Every time you wanted to spend it, I said no, crypto low, just do it for the bags. You gon' be mad when it's poppin', you ain't get it when it was dropping, and we told you so. Just do it for the bags. What's happening, I'm getting bags again. This wasn't by no accident. First they was laughing, now we laughing in. Welcome to the timeline, them prices hitting skylines, them rockets going higher. We told them like messiahs, down from Mama Gaia. That evil getting dried up, done away with all the liars. Twisting stories like some pliers, energy always high up, hitting the multipliers. Got that golden touch like Midas, and our moves, who's come and find us, we fly up.
Ice cold, I'm motherfucking ice cold. Niggas steady hating, they be acting like some hoes. It ain't my fault, it's just the life that you chose. I see the bigger picture, I'm always headed for the goal. You headed for the goal, that's under your nose. I'm headed to the goal at the end of the road, but I don't see the end of the road. Where do I go? I see the bigger picture, I ain't got time. Pose my life headed in a different route. Not many of us will make it out. It's a doggy dog world, but we playing cat and mouse. Now you ain't welcome here. This is my fucking house. We don't vegetate, yeah. We don't own a couch. We keep it cool, so what we doing? My life's a movie, so tell me what you're viewing. Bring out your clothes, girl. Yours might just get ruined. You know what I mean? Don't you stop acting clueless. Still got a bag, I will never fumble. My vision's still in the tunnel, and I'm never done though. Even between the struggle, I'm sleeping with my dreams. We always like to snuggle, trying to live the wild life in this crazy jungle. Damn. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, man. You see the vibes. You see the vibes. Killer Strider, shout out, man. Salute. Salute to you, brother. Want to salute the Purple Rain who hopped in the DMs and got me involved. So man, appreciate both of y'all boys for real, man. Or Purple's a female. I'm not sure. I don't want to misgender anybody, but salute, man. Salute. Really appreciate y'all and what y'all built. So yeah, man. Sonar Muse, we out here. If you're not familiar, Wake and Bait Vibes, 2 p.m. Thursdays. Check them out. Killer Strider, Kamikaze. His music's on point. His music's on point. He don't just build platforms and put it out to the people, but his music's on point too. I think that's been the best part about this experience is definitely some dope artists on here. So really excited about that and yeah, really excited to kind of bring that to y'all. But more importantly, we'll get back into this this platform a little bit more. So Sonar Muse, if you're just joining us, we kind of been talking about the different things they offer, some of the features. We talked about the normal DSP abilities, songs to albums. When you're actually uploading your songs to albums, artists, you'll see everything that you see available in most DSPs and maybe a little bit more as far as the details, your metadata, release dates. I mean, when you add in the NFT abilities and the music regium share abilities, it offers so much more than a normal DSP. There's definitely some things that you may not be available that are available on some of those OG DSP platforms, but for the most part, I think they got pretty much everything covered. Everything that I could ask for, and then like I said, with the new features, that it's even more. It's even more. So, I mean, even if you're not fully committed to the new movement of taking your music off of those older platforms, which I'm not. I'm still dual. I still have music that I'm releasing on, traditional DSP platforms, but I'm also just creating music that I'm exclusively releasing over here on this platform. And I think for artists, I think that's the way to go. A little quick piece of game. I heard someone, Curtis King, actually was talking about an artist that was doing snippets on the traditional platform. So if they want to pay us very, very, very low amounts for those streams, then we're going to give them very, very, very little time in the song. So snippets of songs that basically qualify for a stream as far as the time length, which I think is over 30 seconds. But maybe just doing the verse and the hook of a song versus doing all of the song and only releasing that on traditional DSPs and then releasing the full versions of those songs direct to consumer. either through a website or, as you see, through a third party, maybe Web3 based platform, where that's possible. So it's definitely one of those things that if you haven't been privy to what's going on in the industry, then you probably want to keep an ear out, because you'll start seeing a lot more of these platforms kind of take precedence and center stage, just because they are paying such little for streams now on traditional DSPs. So, but yeah, back to the platform a little bit. Like I was saying, albums, singles, traditional, NFTs, we kind of went over that. Music Regium shares. So this one is a little bit more intensive as far as knowledge. This is going to be something that makes sense to the common person, but as far as how it works on the back end, you'll probably need to be a little bit more knowledgeable in not only crypto and Web3, but also in maybe a little bit of finance and investing to kind of really understand what's going on. But to try to make it simple, Music Regium shares is basically a way that you can release your music and then create a separate token that represents shares of said music. So when we talk about NFTs, right? With NFTs, we're adding on the ability to create a smart contract in which you have a social, on the blockchain contract proof that you own a part of a collection of NFTs, which can later be upgraded to give you various incentives and future offers through those NFTs. With the Music Regium shares, it's a little different. So this is going to be a way of not tokenizing the art itself, but actually creating tokens representing shares of the art itself. So we're taking a similar concept of where we're breaking down a piece of art into separate pieces or a collection of pieces. This time, instead of calling them NFTs, we're actually gonna, which is a type of token. So understand the terminology, and the word token does mean multiple things, but in this sense, we're gonna create shares. Now the shares will still be represented by tokens. So that's where the token word comes in again in Music Regium shares. But instead of thinking of it as an NFT token in a collection, now you're thinking of it as a share of a asset. So now we're trying to turn the commoditized music back into an asset. By breaking it down into these shares, the artist can sell these shares to listeners, with these listeners now having the ability to gain a return according to the amount of shares they hold, as the artist sells the song or the asset, either through digital sales or through NFT sales, I believe. And Kamikaze Killer, if you ever hear me say something that's maybe not true, please correct us in the comments below for clarity and transparency purposes. I am not an official spokesman of Sonar Muse. I probably should have said that at the beginning, but from my knowledge, right now you will not receive any income off of the micro streaming. The micro streaming is only for the artists and is still in beta, I believe, running and occurring, but still in kind of a beta as far as releasing that to the artists. And then whether or not your Music Regium shares will allow you to receive parts of the micro streaming profit in the future, I'm not sure. But from what I understand now, it is, you do not gain anything off of the actual streaming of the song. It is only someone purchasing it digitally or through the NFT, I believe. Don't quote me on the NFT, but I know digital purchases definitely count. So what I'm starting to see in the industry is definitely a lot more of incentivizing fans to invest in the artists through creative ways such as this. Um, I think where it falls short right now, and I'm not speaking specifically on Sonar Muse, but I'm speaking specifically uh, to the notion of sorry, specifically to the notion of just the trend of trying to incentivize listeners and incentivize fans. And that to that, I would say that where it falls short is that it's just not enough to incentivize fans. I've seen it done different ways. DistroKid, you can split the shares. You know, I tried sending 5% to all of my boys and saying, hey, push the song as much as you can. You're getting 5% of whatever happens. I gave it to my boys. So I'm like, you're the only people pushing it anyway, you know. But DistroKid also has a $10 a year fee to join, which in that case, if your friend has to join the platform, they have to make at least $10 a year in order to support even having the platform. So giving them 5% of a song that isn't gonna make that back for my friends doesn't even make sense. I'm putting you in a hole at that point. So I've seen other platforms. I won't say by name because I do actually like the platforms, and I don't want to say their name in a negative light. But other platforms that are up and coming have some great ideas as far as ways to incentivize fans. I've seen one that goes through social media um, that ties into the music platform, um, which is pretty dope. But where I would say they mostly fall short right now is for a fan or an investor to get enough of a return to make it make sense right now, it just doesn't seem viable. And that's also something that I don't know seems viable in the future for the majority of artists. Just like anything else, your A-list artists, of course, it will make sense for them to have this ability. They're once the disability opens up for them, they're gonna kill it. I guarantee you. But for the smaller artists, you know, anyone investing in your art at this level is doing it graciously, and I don't think they're really looking for a return anyway. Um, and the only other thing I would say it opens up for is a chance for 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 people that really hustle and old school hustle and want to push, and they can make it lucrative enough and make and get enough people to see that vision. I think they could that maybe one or two, not one or two, but a few people could crack through the mold just by old school guerrilla style marketing and pushing of the strategy and the idea and the dream. There'll definitely be some indie artists that make it work, but just like as a long term thing, we'll see. I love it. I love investing. So for me, it's just like another cool way to quote unquote invest, But it's kind of like that DJ enemy that just buys some music regime tokens to see what happens, even though I know more than likely it's kind of crazy. But as it tokenizes shares, the other cool thing is all of the shares for the song do have their own ticker, so it gives them a specific ticker, and eventually, if a song got big enough, that ticker could actually get added on to third-party exchanges and be sold actually on third-party exchanges, which of course would make it a non-security among a lot of other factors. But that's also the end goal, I believe, and something that would be dope. And if decentralization works how it should, Web3 works how it should, all of these small micro economies should be able to sustain themselves. So me saying that, uh, the way that these programs seem they will have to work for smaller artists don't seem viable might be a little naive because I don't see the full picture yet. But at the same time, um, if Web3 can't find a way to make sure all the smaller ecosystems are viable by themselves, decentralized from the big centralized big boys, then yes, you could see artists create environments and thrive and be able to sell these tokens or these shares third party on exchanges in DeFi. And that obviously would be pretty cool, pretty dope. And it's a goal that we should all be striving for. And like I said, there will be artists that figure out a way to do it. I think it's going to take a little bit of creativity, marketing wise, and the right person that has enough of a following to get enough people to believe in it at one time. But it could definitely work, and seeing concepts that work. So definitely the dopest part of the of I won't say the dopest part. To me, the dopest part is definitely the micro streaming. I think micro streaming is something that has to be industry standard at this point. I think video too, and that same for video, not just audio, but video too. It has to be micro streaming. It shouldn't be pay per stream. It should be pay for watch time and the literal amount of watch time. We have the technology to do it. It makes it makes sense for the people that are gatekeeping, the big boys, the companies that are making the money. It makes sense for them, but it doesn't make sense for the creators. And at this point, the creators are definitely outnumbering the big boys. So it's kind of about coming together, standing together, and slowly pulling our stuff off of Web 2 and getting into these Web 3 spaces, these smaller niche ecosystems where we can thrive a little bit more. So um, the last few features that you'll see on this homepage, and we're just going over the homepage today, but we're about to get out of here. You'll see music videos. So it does have the ability to release videos with your audio. It has a top of the charts. So if your songs are doing good, top songs, then you will see those put up, just like on DSPs. You also see podcast episodes. So hopefully you will be seeing, No Ordinary Podcast up here soon, and yeah, playlists. We've kind of talked about you can add and make playlists. I think that's going to start happening a little bit more frequently. And yeah, that's the homepage. So like I said, a lot of this we will be going through these streams. We'll be talking about nothing maybe really that specific, but at least you'll kind of get an overview of the platform. Anybody that's interested, that can sign up. If you are interested, definitely DM me and I'll try to get you in contact with Killer Strider or Purple, or you can definitely DM them. I'll try to make sure I get their their handles inside the comments. So yeah, man, that's the platform. We're gonna do one more round of music. I want to, as an ode to Wake and Bake Vibes, my boy Killer Strider, I want to do a Regium only finale. So we'll be playing songs that are available for Regium shares, just to kind of shout them out and make sure people are going to get those. That's the dopest way to contribute right now to these artists. So you probably noticed I didn't play any of my music just because that's not what this is about. I want to share the artists that are on this platform, and I want to do it out of love and make sure they're getting the proper shine. So my music is up there. Regium shares are up there if you want to grab it. KD or the NOC, you know the vibes. But lastly, I do want to shout out to my sponsors, non-sponsors, that don't know they sponsors yet, but shout out to a couple of people, man. Skinny Buddha, the fam, you know the vibes. Disturbing the Peace, the original, the first Skinny Buddha vibes that I got. Shout out to you. He's still around, skinnybuddha.com. Make sure y'all go check him out. He has fashion, he has art, he has music, he has a blog, a lot of stuff going over there. Check him out. CBDC stuff, it's crazy. So, but make sure you check him out. Shout out to Tracks 96.7, WTEG online radio. The boy, you know the vibes. Salute. And yeah, shout out to my man Danny at Digivox. He's hooked me up with a CRM. If anybody needs one, check him out at Digivox. I've been using his product for a few months, and it's amazing. A lot of capabilities, a lot of things going there. I'll try to get everybody's handles and their information down in the description. But yeah, that's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. We're gonna be here next Sunday, 9 a.m. Any Sunday that we don't do the radio show will be because we have some kind of interview going on. we'll have some random stuff popping in and out. Like I said, we'll be testing some things. It's no ordinary podcast, so we could be doing anything. It's not anything specific we got going on here. So it's going to be very no ordinary for a little bit at least. So I appreciate y'all rocking with us. We're gonna hit these Regium shares to close out. And other than that, man, I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. We'll do it again. Till then, man, it's your boy KD. No Ordinary Podcast.
Walk through the matrix like I'm a G. Meditating all day, I'ma do me. Straight to the top, in time we'll see. Walk through the matrix like I'm a G. Meditating all day, I'ma do me. Straight to the top, in time we'll see. Keep on going, cause that's who I wanna be. Goose bark on the beat, whole place jumping. Feel it in my chest, got my whole body thumping. Going all loud, cause I wanna feel something. Angels on my mind, this crypto is bumping. Moon with the NFT, XPL, that's where I wanna be. Forget about Ethan, open sea. All I really wanna talk about is TK. Oh, you know I'm always on my flow. Get up in the morning every day and grow. The more you learn, the less you know. Hold up a minute, let me get to the point. Let's get a freestyle going up in this joint. I will not let you down, I will not disappoint. I'll always get around like a flexible joint. Switch it up again, thinking out of the box. Keep on going with no roadblocks. Check out the time, getting sick of these clocks. Call me anonymous like Guy Fox. Like, where's my money buying all the stocks? Just keep on talking you about your docs. Slick like Rick, but sly as a fox. If it ain't about angels, I'm done with these talks.
Up, man. Crazy. Whoa. Yeah. Off in the Euro step, straight to Germany like dirt no whiskey. That Euro 24 coin is off the hizzy. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. They not like us when it comes to these songs. Whoa, it's limit. Off in the Euro step, straight to Germany like dirt no whiskey. That Euro 2024 coin is off the hizzy. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. Lower level, put me on. Ronaldo, let me speak on it like Geraldo. Was already on the agenda. Lower level man, he was bent up to the DM dog, so he set up. Skeptical about it cause it's easy. OZ was behind it. And Kyle Walker's faster than Mbappe. That's like saying Ethereum's faster than XR Poppy. Just go on Uniswap it and buy it when it's shit. Talking about buying dips all week cause of Zach and Screech. Bring extras for gas fees. It's like the US tax. Make sure you cash out at the right time. Got your bag. Blackout like Lukaku and Doku. Belgium, the dog horse sitting so cool. Van Dijk grabbing Bird liver gold pool. The host is Germany back forward with Rudiger. Don't know what to do with their predictions. Not betting, not hoping, no wishing. Euro 24 talking the mission. Off in the Euro step, straight to Germany like dirt no whiskey. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. They not like us when it comes to these songs. Whoa, it's limit. I'm feeling Euro step, straight to Germany like dirt no whiskey. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. Lower level, put me on. Whoa, it's limit. Lower level, say. We talk about on limit speaks like more Povich. Pre-game analysis, post-game, yeah, you copy. And watch that Euro coin take off like a rocket, leaving no man out like Marcus Rashford. And Jack Grealish from a win don't get burned. Ukraine got Chelsea's Mudryk. A lot of teams are like, who this? But I won't even be surprised. Trent Alexander-Arnold number is for midfield. England might bring it home, dog. This team can get real. Kobe, man, 19. Will this be better than AFCON? Let's see what this might bring. Spain and Italy, you gotta be kidding me. Underdog the superstar, let's see who real, let's see who fall, let's see who leaping out the group of death like Pepe the Frog. Euro 2024, going to the moon and to the stars. I'm finna Euro step straight to Germany like there's no Euro 24, coin is off the easy. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. They not like us when it comes to these songs. Whoa, whoa, it's limit. I'm finna Euro step straight to Germany like dirt no whiskey. Euro 24, coin is off the easy. Pure euphoria, no Kendrick, no Drizzy. Lower level, put me on. Whoa, whoa, it's limit.
Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof and everything. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof and Chevrolets. Blinded by the new money, had to cop some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof. Running shit, feeling like the EPA. Cop the whole C-130 and put the work from MIA. Ain't nobody in the crypto space as real as me. News channels see the success, then they want a piece. Time is money to dyslexic, come in and read a script. Feds come knocking, then the whole team gon' plead the fifth. Fuck a Tesla, we always on a lucid trick. Crashed out, made some waves, did it without a ripple, bitch. Real Yankee stepping, shimmy down from the 216. From the land where AKs get loaded with pierogi clips. European niggas always down to Russian shit. New king of the north on some Jon Snow shit. Cocaine beamer and I just added 010. The way we roll, running niggas sponsorship from Michelin. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. And everything. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof and Chevrolet. I'm 89, I keep a 556. Taking down these false stars, name I'm talking Schindler's List. Hopped off the porch cause the summer finna get too hot. No Bitcoin miner, but I show you how we spin a block. Fuck the cash cause you know we crypto rich. 28 grams, roll the whole zip. All them K's and you still won't get a hit. Swap that XRP for GZX, that'll make you rich. Passport, tatted up, boy they love me overseas. GZX hit $1, that's a Negro. Touchdown, get the Raven, just the Jackson. I remember the old days when it's trapping out of Paxson. Fast forward to now, all my money still legit. The US dollar, the only thing I see that's counterfeit. The way the game rig is like twist to keep your body bent. Somebody call the treasury, my bank is minting too much sense. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof and everything. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. Blinded by that new money, cause some Cartiers. All this crypto wealth, I have you bulletproof and Chevrolets.
By my nose, by my nose. By my nose, by my nose. By my nose, by my nose.
On a Sunday morning. This is the one y'all was waiting for. I'm not waiting, I'm just making more. Plotted out, took the time, executed, good design, a finish line. Type of work, it's not done, just out of time. I'm feeling fine. Long road, strong no, this a grind. This a climb for some of us. In and out, double dutch, unpack